catch the vibe, catch the vibe. Get into it, get into it. Yes.
Hell yeah, KB.
You can hear the crowd sing along. Everybody know my songs. Had the crowd learn to walk. Country girl, small town. 14 years dedicated. Look, ma, I finally made it. Never thought I'd ever say it, but today I live my dreams. Bodyguards protecting me. Crazy fans, loud screaming, flashing lights on every scene. Autographs, lots of pictures, signs that say we love you, kitty. Superstar, my new status, fantasizing. Please don't wake me. Let me finish with this dream. Please don't wake me. Please don't let me be great. Please don't wake me. Just bought a house, 50 rooms, move my granny out the hood, pay my tithes like I should. LG, life's good, expensive cars, expensive clothes. He can go to private school, Jordan, not get what he want, just because mommy.
Oh, we live. My bad. Hey, yeah. Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Hey. Man, y'all got the real official intro.
For sure.
Y'all in there.
We are excited, of course. Y'all know I've been bragging about this. Since yesterday, I'm finna say all week. Since yesterday, I've been bragging. We have a special guest with us. We have Ra Bay. I'm honored. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Now, which one of y'all call? Why do y'all do this every Tuesday? Somebody calling me, baby. Hit my cash app. I holler back at you. Where'd she go?
Hold on.
Okay. We had a show. Okay, right. Maybe that's what I need to do. That's you smart. My nigga smart, bro. We had a show. How long ago was that, D? Don't remember.
It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay, we had a show, and you guys ate it up, and a lot of y'all were just like, wow, this is a good topic. And we actually have someone in here who deals with spiritual healing and things of that nature. I brought her here because y'all, straight up, she did something for me. Y'all know I disappeared for a little bit. Everybody like, where you at, kitty? What's going on? I had a lot of shit going on. But sis came into my life. Y'all know how y'all get that one pretty girl in your life and you like, oh my God, she's so cute. I don't know why she's here, but she's so fucking cute. And you don't really quite know why this person is here, but later on you find out. Baby girl brought peace to my life, and she is an amazing alchemist. I'm gonna shut up. D.A., you want to say hey? I'm gonna let her introduce herself and tell the people about what she do and stuff. y'all, big sis D, say hey to the people.
Okay, Kitty, you're kind of breaking up a little bit too, but you're breaking up a little bit on my end. But I wanted to thank you, Rabe, for being here and joining us this evening. We're going to have a very good conversation. It's going to like piggyback off of a conversation that we've had before about how healing can and the healing process can hurt a lot more than a wound. And the reason why we say that is because a lot of times when you're trying to dig in and you're trying to heal yourself, you start finding places where you are hurted that you didn't even realize. And a lot of times we go in and we try to heal ourselves and we don't know how to put a lid on anything. It's like we open up this can of worms. I kind of say like the process of cleaning out the closet. Like if you're cleaning out the closet and you just pull everything out at once and you don't really know how to organize and put things, you create a bigger mess than what you started with. Right. And a lot of times when you go in and try to heal yourself, you actually uncover some things that you didn't even know was a problem. Absolutely. And a lot of us have started going different routes of trying to like self-heal and using like different metaphysical properties and things like that, that we try to tap in. And we get a lot of that information from just going off of things online. And so that's one of the reasons why we wanted to bring you here to kind of like tap into that, like different things people use, like different methods like people use to try to heal themselves. And sometimes you have to like go deeper than the surface.
Right.
And so again, we thank you for being here tonight. And you could go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody what it is that you really do.
Okay, man, I'm so excited. First, y'all my sisters, and I didn't even know that y'all had the official tissue set up like this over here. So number one, I'm proud of y'all. Hats off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But so hey everybody, my name is Rabe. I am the Trill Alchemist, and I am what my clients have started calling me as a psychic surgeon, a human coder, but I'm a master energy healer. I've been doing this for over 10 years. And it's something that I fell into from my own trauma, my own pain, my own dark night of the soul. And we'll talk about that later, because it is part of that process of going deeper and deeper than you probably thought you wanted to go at first. But this is what I do. So I help people, I help people uncover and extract where they have energetic trauma. And it can be kind of broad because everybody's life has been different. And, we all kind of develop these defenses and these mechanisms as we go through life. A lot of the stuff stems from our childhood, and then it just gets repeated. And so by the time people get to me, they like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just know something is wrong. I'm not myself. I don't know how to express myself. My money is off. I can't, sometimes it affects us physically. I can't have kids. It's all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And so I have been trained, it's number one, this is something that I've done in every lifetime that I've come to this planet. But in this lifetime, I was diligent in training myself and getting, just doing the due diligence to make sure that I could serve. And so that's what I do. So I work with people long distance. I work with people in person. I read for people. I do a form of magic called high angel magic. That's something else we can talk about. And I'm an advocate for plant medicine. That's something I want to talk about too, as one of the tools. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just want to say, like, I'm speaking from personal experience, y'all. Sis, the real deal. I know a lot of people are afraid to tap into spiritual healers because a lot of people are scam artists. A lot of people do not know what they're doing. But sis is real. I want to make sure that I let y'all know sis is real. She's definitely helped me. I done snapped back, and I'm just like, the other night D was like, slow down, man, slow down. I'm like, I want to conquer the world.
Yeah.
Run your ass out in the street and get hit, girl. Slow down.
Yeah, and I can actually attest to that. Not that I can actually attest to that because I remember like speaking with Kitty at a point in time where she was kind of, in a dark space and really not knowing what, like how you said, didn't really know what was wrong with her. And she was like, I need somebody to talk to, and I just wasn't the person. Like I'm just gonna hit you on the surface, girl. You will be all right. You want me to bring you a pint of ice cream around there or whatever, give you a hug, some simple shit. You know what I'm saying? So she ended up, and I think it was about a day or two after we had a in-depth conversation, and then she told me that she actually talked to you. And she didn't go into a whole lot of detail about it because, that's something that is personal. Right. But she didn't go to a whole lot of detail about it. But I can tell that session, it really helped her. And it was like I had my friend back. I had that happy, jolly, the fun-loving, high-energy person back, And so I can attest to what it is that you do just by way of hearing about the experience that Kitty had. So that's dope. I was just like, I need to probably do something myself, but I'm kind of
scared.
I'm kind of scared.
Well,
I have anxiety and stuff. I don't want to get freaked
I can
out.
help you with that too. But I'm not gonna tell your business, Kitty. But we didn't even plan a session, and it just kind of came up, and I did some impromptu work for you. But the way that it works, I've been trained to tap into your higher guidance, and so it's really you doing all the work. I'm just kind of like the person that kind of turn the light on and lead the way and help you through it. Right. And so a lot of people that you have nowadays, or that claim they do this kind of stuff, they haven't healed themselves, and so they feeding their own ego. Wow. They trying to get some kind of validation, and you really got to go through a process of healing yourself. Like when I started doing this shit, I'm gonna just be real. On my 30th birthday, I had been left at the altar. I had just lost my granddaddy that I was taking care of. And then I found out I was pregnant by a nigga that I didn't want to be pregnant by, and was having an abortion on my 30th birthday. After all this happened in like a month's time. And I was like at my lowest. And that's how I was led, like through my own process of seeking out answers from other people, reading books, calling readers, getting shit done. It was that I was led to this process of finding this work. And so the healing is important. Everything you go through, everything in your life is something that you have scripted before you got here and made contracts with people. Hey, we're going to get together in 2018. It's going to look like you dogging me out on the surface. I'm going to be hurt a little bit, but in the process of me bouncing back, I'm going to uncover this, and this about myself. I bet. Just, make sure you remember to love me on the other side type shit. And that's, that's what people have to learn. Yeah. None of this is in vain or for nothing.
I want to capitalize on something that you just said. A lot of people are out here doing the work or similar to the work that you do, and they haven't healed themselves. On a scale of 1 to 10, just how important is it to heal yourself? I want you to expound on that.
Yeah, it's very important. And it's not that you will ever be at a point to where you totally healed. Right. You will never be there. Like you came here to be a human being first and foremost. So you're going to have to carry some human shit. I don't care how godly you think you is down here. Okay. But if you're not dedicated to uncovering the stuff within yourself, then how can you even expect somebody else to open up for you? How can you expect to be able to tap into somebody else's vulnerability? Right. And like the one thing that I've learned since I've been doing this is that wherever I'm at, if I open myself up to my own healing, then the people that come to me come at the place where I'm at. They don't come at nothing beyond where I'm at. So I don't have to trip off of not being all the way there, but I do have to be committed to what I'm supposed to be doing for myself. Because you're a vessel. And if your vessel is full of shit, then you're just gonna be pouring shit into people. They looking for the light, and you pouring your shit into people. That's not fair. You giving the game a bad name.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes, that's true. Let me ask you this question, because I've gone on a journey myself, of trying to heal myself, rewounding myself, and trying to heal myself again. And I've gotten to points where I felt like I was absolutely okay, and then it'll be a particular situation that'll come up, and then it kind of like unravels like everything that I thought I healed. And then next thing you know, it's like hitting me dead smack in my face. And so I'm kind of like going back, and then I start this like guilt tripping and things like that. And so throughout my process of trying to heal myself and dealing with different trauma, I realized that I became empathic. Like I started looking at it as a curse, but then I also now look at it as a gift. Because it was like in the midst of me trying to heal myself, and in the midst of me hurting, I ended up becoming somewhat of a healer for others, to be able to like foresee things for other people and to kind of help them. But for some reason, it seemed like I couldn't get a hold to ground in like the different energies that I allowed to attach themselves to me. Even though I could be of service to somebody else, it was like I couldn't help myself. So with that being said, is it like certain things that you do, like with the type of work that you do, is it certain things that you do in order to protect yourself while you're actually helping others?
Oh yeah, for sure. So, you know, you hear a lot of people say that they practice Reiki, but first let me talk about your process that you talked about how you would uncover a little bit and then the wound would feel deeper and then you would unravel, because that's what healing really is. It literally is like peeling back the layers of an onion. You know, the first layer is, you know, that little crusty brown layer. Then you get to another layer and then the smell start getting stronger and your eyes start watering. And then, you know, you get the heart of the onion at the middle. So you just going through that process, and it's like sometimes tearing off a scab every time you go deeper and deeper and deeper, until you get to a point to where you can really see yourself. You got to be able to witness yourself and not be in it. But as far as what I do to protect myself, the form of energy healing that I practice and the way I was taught, the first thing I do is I connect with the energy that's outside of myself. So my vessel is full of source energy. So I'm never vulnerable to what anybody else has, because when I go in, you know, this is like shamanic work. I'm going in into your past lives sometimes. I'm going into the parts of you that you can't, you know, of your soul that you can't see. I'm negotiating contracts with motherfuckers that's got a hit on your soul. You know, it'd be a range of things. I'm pulling out stuff and having to discard it. So I protect myself physically with how I grounded myself. And it's really grounding. And I teach this to every one of my clients. You can literally do meditation to where your energy body is connecting with the earth and you pulling in source energy and fill yourself up. That's like the basis of what I do for my protection. Of course, I'm always like, my space is always very clear. It's very clean. I always go through and like pray and wipe down with Florida water and pine sol and say, not just sage, but when I'm sage and I'm praying and casting out anything that may be left here, I'm always playing tones in my house, like frequencies, like off of YouTube, like 432 hertz and stuff, because, you know, when you do this work, the whole point of it is to get to a point to where you're able to really strengthen your magic and your ability to manifest. So everything in your environment has to be conducive to that. I cut out a lot of people that can't, that you know, that ain't vibing right. Like that's another thing. You got to have the heart to cut motherfuckers out there. Everybody can't go. And you're going to meet your biggest, you know, detractors and the people that don't want to see you go the most. They're gonna be the ones closest to you first of all, but you got to have the heart to cut them out, you know. What else I do for protection? A lot of prayers, you know. Prayer is real, and we like, I want us to not be afraid to work with like prayers in different languages. Like one of my favorite prayers is one in Hebrew, because those are languages that have like divine coding in them. You know how Kitty, I'm just gonna tell one part of your session, but I told you how you have a light in your voice, right? A healing light. If you was to sing some of these prayers, baby, you could change. I'm talking about like that. So we got to be open to step outside the box. You know, we've been conditioned to see one form of magic, you know, that's working with candles and you know, and working with dirt and things of the earth, and that's good. But we also got to understand that as a collective, we rising into a much higher vibration, and so it's going to be higher vibratory things that we have to do. Like even with this COVID shit, it's an immunity thing and it's a vibration thing. It's a vibrational cleanse that's sweeping through. So you really want to be taking care of yourself that way.
Exactly. You know what? I wanted to touch on something because you made mention of Florida water, and I know that Florida water has a lot of different metaphysical properties, and a lot of times when people are trying to heal themselves or whatnot, or just to kind of like protect their space, they use different metaphysical things like crystals, sage, incense, different oils, essential oils and things like that that have different metaphysical properties. And all of those things have like different traits and characteristics and what they're actually used for.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody carry a different energy field.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at the end of the day, those things work because of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you're picking up certain things, like somebody probably go get some black tourmaline or something. Like black tourmaline was something that was really good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sent me into the store they told me to go get smoky quartz.
Mm-hmm.
And it was smoky quartz or something the lady told me to go get clear quartz. It was something she told me. It was something quartz that the lady told me to go get because I was telling her what my issue was, right? And I'm pretty intuitive myself. So when I walked into the store, never bought a crystal or anything before I walked into the store. And for some reason, this one particular crystal, it really literally like spoke out to me. I don't know anything about this crystal or anything like that. So I get the crystal and I bought it, and it was just kind of like weird when I was riding around in my car. I had the music blasting, riding home, and it was just I kept getting this weird feeling and all of that. It was really weird because it was kind of like I couldn't listen to really loud music while I had that crystal like in my presence and things like that. I did know that I need to cleanse it and everything. And then I ended up finding out like that was really the crystal that I needed. Like somebody actually sent me into the store that knew everything about crystals and the metaphysical properties of them. And I told her my situation and she told me to go for one crystal. I got there and I was just like, I connected with another one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I had absolutely no clue what it was, or I didn't know anything about crystals, but that's the one that I connected with. And, I said that to say, like, do people have to be careful with just picking up this stuff and thinking like, okay, it's just going to work for me because it has these certain type of character, like you could read a book and it's going to say that this crystal or this particular item works for this and it does that. Do people have to be careful with that because everybody has their own energy field and it may not work the same way that it'll work for somebody else?
Yeah, that's why healing is so important, because you are the magic and the tools just amplify your magic, right?
Yeah.
Everything originates with your vibration and what you putting out and your intention. So if you holding all this unhealed anger, resentment, jealousy, abandonment issues, all this shit, and that's the core of your vibration, and then you go pick up these crystals that magnify it, you say these spells that magnify what's already at the core, you're doing bad magic.
Right.
There is a such thing as bad magic, okay?
Right.
And you have to, that's why you have to really be careful with who you let do stuff for you too.
Okay.
Because you better watch their character on social media and have some conversations with them. Don't just be letting everybody do ritual for you just because they got a following. Okay. You don't know what kind of energy is drawing that following in. They could be doing magic to get that following, and it's not on a pure intention. It's not necessarily based on the results. So absolutely. People, I had somebody tell me early in it, they was like, it ain't about the tools. You the tool.
No, it's about
You the tool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I tell people that all the time. Now y'all getting it from somebody who is she's like the master. Yes. And I tell people that all the time because, I deal with jewelry. I do waist beads and stuff like that. Matter of fact, when I came to you, I told you I can't even make no money right now because something wrong with me.
Right.
And I'm not going to do this for people because I want to heal people. But you with waist beads, the jewelry, crystals, right down to your Florida water, you have to be careful. I know a lot of times when I get items from anybody, I pray over. I clean them with Florida water and I pray over them, and I make sure that my intent is poured into them. And if that's some bad shit, then I need to be tripping on me. But I tell y'all this all the time, and you're hearing it from the mouth of, y'all hearing it from her right now. I tell people that all the time. My question is, with what we do in the spiritual community, a lot of times they tell you not to operate in fear. Now, the situation with me, if it had been me and you swapping, that was some scary shit. Has there ever been a time when you worked with somebody where you had to fight the spirit of fear?
I can tell you, I would say I've definitely encountered some things where I've had to step back and question if I am capable of dealing with it, right? And then sometimes I get told no. And I'd be like, okay, well, who needs to come in here and handle it for me? So if it is a fear, it's very short-lived, because one thing that I do know is that there's no force greater than the force of God in me. And as long as I open myself up to make more room for God, then I don't have to worry about it. I just got to open up. And so the thing about fear is it makes you contract like this. So God don't have no room to come in and fight your battles for you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's like, so when you think about hiring somebody to do this work for you, if they haven't made room for God just to come in and work more of their own shit out, how you think they got enough expansion and capability to work some shit out for you?
Right.
You know, like it don't make sense. So I've had some fearful things. I've encountered.
And let me ask you this, because I know and because you've mentioned God, and you did say something about angels. You said that you do what did you say? It was magic. High angel magic.
Yeah.
Can you kind of expound on what high angel magic is?
High angel magic is so dope, y'all. And I promise you, I don't know anybody else that does it except for the person who taught me. So, you know, you have your normal magic, your hoodoo magic, the stuff we're more accustomed to seeing. And that deals with like the elements of the earth. You're going to put some dirt with some fire and some water and some blood, right? It's very three-dimensional. High angel magic is when you call on and you rely on the energy of higher order angels. The spells are in an angel language. It's a high vibration, high vibration. And so I can do, I do spell work for myself all the time. I'm about to start teaching it. I make amulets. This is when I was trying to put it on, but kept getting caught in my braids. This is one for success. And one of the things you see about the stuff I make, I always test it. I pendulum test everything so you can see how the vibration is versus something
that's how
that doesn't
I ended up hitting you up.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
I seen that. I said, she got power. I need her in my life.
The high angel magic, I have used it 3 times, y'all. Like, no bullshit. I have used this 3 times to bring people out of comas. Like, they were in comas. I did distance angel magic work on them. And the next day they woke up and was like up and had these miraculous recoveries. So it's not me, but I do carry a frequency that enables me to tap into that realm a lot easier than some people.
Okay, yeah. So let me ask you this, because when you speak about like the different languages and everything, and I have been around people who actually have a gift of speaking in tongues. And I know a lot of your experience and what you're coming from is not more so based in any particular religion or anything. It's kind of like, the speaking in tongues. I feel as if I used to always feel like it had to be something native to the person who is speaking it in order for them to be able to speak it, but they just don't realize, they don't know where it came from. Maybe it's from a past life or something like that, or whatever the case may be. I never looked at it as it was one of those things that was like they were possessed or something. Because some people look at it like maybe this person is possessed, but I kind of feel like maybe a lot of times it's when a person is in prayer and they're like they've gotten so deep into the prayer until where I guess their consciousness just elevates all of a sudden, and then next thing you know, they're praying the same prayer, but it's now they're saying it in a whole totally different language. And so do you with something like that, because when you saying something in a different language, it's like if you haven't studied that language, then you can't, if you haven't learned that language, then you can't speak that language. So is that part of a gift of speaking in tongues where people are able to tap into that and say a prayer in a different language? Or do you actually have to learn these languages first?
So with the spell work, it's a language that's developed that you have to learn and read. But when I do just my normal healing work, I speak in a light language. So if you was to watch me doing a healing session, once I connect with a person, my eyes flutter 1,000 miles a minute. And then when spirit come in, I speak in this language, and it sounds like a mixture of French and Spanish and some more shit. But I understand it. But of course, nobody else does. And so what happens, like English is very dense. And and then when the messages and the downloads come in, it's at such a high vibration that there really are no words in English sometimes to capture it. So sometimes when I get a message and I'll say it in in the language, and then I have to think and try to translate it to what it means in English to the person. So, speaking in tongues is real. It's when you're able to check out of your conscious mind. I had somebody open this up for me back in like 2013. They opened up a blockage in my heart, and that's when my language started flowing in, my light language. And he told me, he's like, this is going to save your life. And it does, because it connects me with my home, my start home,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the floor. I want you to talk about some of the different techniques that you use. We've already spoken about one of them. If you don't mind, just kind of expound on that as well.
Okay, so the one that I use the most is the energy work. I'm sure people have heard of Reiki, but this is to me, it's like Reiki on steroids. And what it does is, the goal of it is to clear out any blockages that you have. You have 7 energy bodies, you got 7 main chakras and some other ones. And in all of those, they have potential to be blocked. So I go in, I tap into each one of those places, and I'm pulling out, I'm extracting what doesn't need to be there. I can feel it. Like sometimes I feel it and it make me want to throw up. Sometimes I feel it and make me want to cry. I do. Sometimes I feel it and the client cries on the table. I go into each chakra and I pull out what doesn't need to be there. I build it back up. Okay. Build it back up. And then, sometimes you got holes in your chakra, and so you have to repair it. And it's all done just through energy. That's something that I learned and trained for. The other work that I do, like tarot readings. I'm teaching a class actually. Let me tell you about my class I'm teaching. I'm teaching a class on I Ching divination. And I Ching, like, we talk about magic. Everybody want to be a magician, right? But one of the building blocks to being a good magician is you have to build and strengthen your intuition. And if you don't have a practice of divination, then how are you doing that? Because the thing about divination is when you can ask a question and get an answer from a power or method outside of yourself, right? So the I Ching is an ancient Chinese tool, but it's based and founded off of Ifa, which we know is traditional West African. And it's a very simple form of divination. I've developed a class. I teach it to you in like an hour, and I walk you through the history. I walk you through how to do it, how to read it, how to interpret it, and give you some tools to send you on your way. So it's something that I want to encourage people, like we have to start being proactive enough to get the answers for ourselves instead of turning it over to other people. This is a good intro for that.
Yeah.
But let me see, what else do I do? Healing word, I think. And the plant medicine. This is something that I have done myself. So you want to talk about how to speed up your healing process, okay? Get you some serious plant medicine ceremony. And when I say plant medicine, I'm talking about ayahuasca. I'm talking about psilocybin mushrooms. I'm talking about even this one that my favorite is called the toad. It's a form of 5-MeO DMT natural. But these things break down the conscious mind. They break down the ego, and they put you face to face with just, oh shit, my bad, y'all. They put you.
You good.
I get excited.
You good. You good. You good.
And you said it.
But it's
You said it.
cleaning up.
You said it breaks down your conscious mind.
You break down your conscious mind. It breaks down your ego. You have to confront those. You know, hear people talk about shadow work.
Yes.
This puts you face to face with the shadow, like immediate, like no escape.
Right.
And that's I think that's how healing should be. Like, if you're gonna do it, rip the damn Band-Aid off. Why play? But you know,
So with this plant, with the plant medicine, does it have like any like psychedelic effects? Are you actually taking the plants, or are you like, what are you doing with the plants? Actually,
they're different.
Do they have like any psychedelic effects or something like that?
Yeah, so they're different. With the mushrooms and the ayahuasca you ingest. And you know, people do mushrooms for recreation, but when I say do it on I mean do it like a ceremony with a good dosage to where you can really go in and it can break down some barriers. Ayahuasca is a drink, and you drink it, and you do it in a circle. Like, there's an actual shaman that's playing the music and singing the songs, and it's really like you go through a process of where you have to purge some stuff out. Sometimes you might throw up, but it's pulling out all this junk. And you do it in ceremony. So they usually like overnight ceremonies. The toad is something different. That's one that I say that's like the highest level. And that's one that you actually smoke. And that one's very, very, very intense. But yeah, he said he humbled me for a year last time with DMT. John, you better tell him about it.
I think I want to try it out myself. I'm interested.
With the toad, man, I tell people all the time, it's like being catapulted, slingshotted right into the heart of God. And you can't run from it. And anything that's not of God that's inside of you, you're going to feel it immediately, and it's going to have to go. It's got to go.
Right.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah. So basically somebody need to be able to, you really need to be doing this because a lot of people, like you said, they use these different things for recreational purposes. But if they're going to do it and it's something that they want to tap in and use, they really need to be doing it in a controlled environment where there is a ritual or some sort going on, where someone actually conducting it to kind of like guide them and pull them back if need to. So it's not one of those things where somebody needs to go pick up some shrooms and just start tripping.
Right. No.
Yeah. It's not for the trip. It's not for you to escape. It's for you to go within. So you need somebody that's going to guide you within. You need to be in ceremony for sure.
How do you feel about spirits? Like, you know,
drinking spirits?
Yeah.
I don't fuck with them. Like, I can't. They taste good, and I probably would love to, but I don't like to be out of my mind. I feel like spirits open you up for something else to come
low
vibration stuff. And you know, you look at the environments that they mostly consumed in, it's always low, dark, seedy type shit. Like, I might drink, just casually, but I can't drink like that.
What did we just had this discussion last Friday. There were some people who were arguing with me because I was stating that a majority of the time those particular spirits are low vibrational. A lot of people were arguing with me, and I'm just like, why do y'all think y'all be wanting to fight and shit sometimes?
Always.
Yeah.
And because what it do, it's a means of escape. You get into this mode where you want to fight or flee, and you really running from yourself, and that's not sacred,
right? At all. I gotta stop smoking that dope, yo. I forgot.
No, you can smoke that dope. You can smoke.
I had a damn good question, and it just went away. Like,
don't let that be the reason.
I have a question because and it's not so much of a question. It's kind of like for you to kind of elaborate on alchemy. And the reason why is because a lot of our uh, spiritual practices are nothing but alchemy. And a lot of people are afraid of it, like when you talk like voodoo or hoodoo or whatever,
Right.
and like all of that stuff is really alchemy. It's just using it's just using things of the earth in order to make something happen. Like even like cooking some food is alchemy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like in your particular case, in what it is that you do, how do you define alchemy in the work that you do?
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you first of all, I practice trio alchemy. Okay.
Okay.
And so the alchemy that I do is true and real. Anybody from Texas know what trio means?
Damn.
It's straight to, no chaser, you know.
Right.
But people got to understand that every day, every moment of your life, you are performing alchemy. That's your whole purpose of being here. You were made to be and to function in the image and likeness of God. God is the creator. God created a whole world from darkness.
Right.
And that's what alchemy is. So if you're not trying to reiterate that and grow that and cultivate that every day, then you just wasting breath. You living somebody else's life. So don't be afraid of alchemy. You just got to understand what alchemy looks like in your life. And so, alchemy is literally the process of turning shit to sugar. That could be your emotions. That could be your relationship with your parents. That could be your child's grades. That could be your appearance. You know, you always, and the thing about it is we've been so conditioned to give all of our power of change to a God outside of ourselves. That's why taking on any kind of characteristic of God inside of ourselves is fearful and wrong, because that's what they teach you in the church. They want to they don't want you to know that you got that kind of power. So the Bible is a book of alchemy. The book of Psalms is a book of spells. Like, don't trip. Don't trip. You doing ritual the whole time you in a church service. So, you know, don't let nobody rob you of your magic. And these people with these games they playing with these politics, they running alchemy on your ass every day, using your emotions as they fuel for their magic. Okay, so you either want to be, the alchemy gonna happen. You either want to be in control of your shit, or you gonna give it away to somebody else and let them puppeteer your ass. So I say be in control of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, sis.
Let me ask you this, because I know that you were saying something about, you know, like coming back onto this side and finally mastering your gifts. Okay. And I do feel like a lot of us, we go through this cycle, like whatever people would like to call it, reincarnation or whatever the case may be. But I feel like we come back because it is still something that we need to learn. It's still something that we need to do until we master it. And this probably be kind of like far out there. But do you feel like once you actually master why you came here for the first time in the first place, like once you actually master it after a certain amount of lifetimes, that you stop coming over to this side?
Absolutely. I think that you want to go out there? Let's go out there. I think that we are trapped in a cycle of reincarnation that is dictated by the moon. Okay. But we once were people that when the life was over and we could choose to walk up out this realm, we would walk directly through the sun and be done. Okay. But now we're trapped in this reincarnation cycle. It's the energy of the moon. A lot of it is reflected in like the power structures, and even, you know, how they say the reptilian and all that shit, that is kind of representative of that trap, us being in that trap. So yeah, absolutely. I know I have been here a lot of times. And I do feel like this lifetime and what's going on right now and contributing to that is like my final mission. I said it the other day and somebody was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, I was like, I really could like leave this motherfucker today and be cool and know that I did what I needed to do. And they was like, don't trip, sis, you okay? I'm like, no, like, no, it's a choice. Like I ain't sad. Like,
Right.
But absolutely. So man, you better figure out why you here so you can break free of that cycle.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that would probably be why there are so many retrogrades going on? Because I have never, since I've been spiritual, like I ain't never had this many damn mentions of a fucking retrograde.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of opportunities. So retrogrades give you opportunities to go back and review and make changes, right? We're getting a lot of chances to make some final changes because I really do.
Okay.
I feel like it's finna, like I say it all the time on my Facebook, 0 0 reset, 0 0 reset. Like it's the kingdom of God is about to be reestablished in this
Right.
realm, and that all that other bullshit is about to be out the door.
Wow.
So yeah, straight up.
Wow. Oh my God. It's been 45 minutes. I don't want to go.
Y'all are dope.
We got 15 more minutes.
Okay.
D, anything else? I'm just happy you here. I'm excited. And we're talking about this. Like, I know for a fact, like your spirit has to be familiar because I really, and I don't like when other women say this, but I kind of get why women say this. Like, I don't really just click with females like that. So I know for a fact, like me and you had to have crossed paths before because I don't even just trust anybody. You know, before I came to you, I was just trying to do it on my own because I'm just like, and I used to tell Deasia this all the time. I can heal every damn body else. Why in the hell is it I'm having such a tough time with myself? So I know that us coming in passing, like that shit was meant. It had to be. And I know for a fact, like your spirit is familiar because I trusted you with a lot of shit.
You did.
And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sis, you know? So I definitely recommend anybody who, sis, the truth. I'm stuttering because it's just like y'all really don't understand like what she did for me. Like I couldn't even do that, and I consider myself a very powerful ass bruja, but what she did for me, couldn't nobody else have done that. Y'all make sure y'all go to the website. Y'all check sis out. If sis done some things for y'all go through there and y'all leave her a review and all of that. And tell us about your classes that you got coming up one more time. Dates, all that.
Okay, so yeah, I got the I Ching divination class. You can actually purchase it now, but the class opens on Friday. It's going to be just an online offering. I also am offering I Ching kits. So if you want the kits, the coins and a journal and everything to be able to do your readings with, you can buy that as an option for the class. I am available for long distance sessions right now. I'm not doing any in-person stuff since I moved out of DFW, but the long distance work is, you had long distance work and it's effective.
Right.
I do readings, long distance, video readings. It'll be recorded for you, and you can always have it to go back and refer to. I make pendulums for protection, for success. That's the high angel magic stuff. And I also do make, no, I ain't gonna put that out there yet. That's okay. I ain't
You
gonna put
can
that
tell me.
yet.
I won't tell anybody.
But yeah, so hit me up at trillalchemy.com. Even if you want to just schedule a 15-minute discovery call, it's free. It's absolutely free. Right. Hit me up.
It's well worth it, y'all. It's well worth it. I'm so honored that you sit with us today. Like I was telling everybody, this show is gonna be epic. We say this every show. I'm saying it right now. We love y'all. We want you to love yourself. And a lot of times, because just like me, before I even came to Ra, I thought I was fine. You know what I'm saying? I was walking around here like my shit didn't stink. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, it's just out of nowhere. I was blindsided, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, why am I here? y'all, sometimes it take you humble yourself. I'll put it like that. Humble yourself. I think my ego was getting in the way of me reaching out to even ask anybody for help. And I really, really, I needed you. I did. Because it was taking me away from this right here. And this is what I love. And this girl right here, I love her to death. And I did not want to let her down. You know what I'm saying? I felt like if I don't get this right now, I'm gonna end up letting Deasia down. And right now, she about the only one in my corner. I need sis, but I can't say it no more, y'all. She the truth. Go to her TrillAlchemy.com. Let me throw you up there one more time.
All right.
Don't hesitate, y'all. Hit her up right now at this very damn moment. Hit her up. Amina. Amina too. I seen you earlier, and I'm glad you here. I seen you post something earlier. Hit sis up. Hit her up.
I've been trying to get you to hit me up. You know, you need to holler at me.
She do.
I got you.
She do. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Thank everybody for tapping in tonight. Rod, thank you so much. I know for a fact that the part one definitely blessed people's souls, but part two, I got a feeling we finna break some boundaries around here. And if y'all gonna be around us, we need you vibrating high. If y'all gonna even be watching us, we need you vibrating high. So y'all hit Rod up. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. D, any last words?
Yes. So part one is basically the process and what we were talking about, how you go through that pain and how the healing hurts a whole lot more than the actual wounds. And so this segment was to show us how to actually patch those wounds back up after you keep on peeling back the layers of the onion, and how to put that lid on it and compartmentalize and get things organized. And I really do hope that a lot of the information that was shared tonight helped a whole lot of people. And like I said, I can attest to the work that Rabe has done. And if you're experiencing certain things that you don't really know the answer to, you don't know if you coming or going, and you just need something, you don't even know what it is that you need to ask. Sometimes we don't even know what's wrong with us to even ask what it is that we need. And someone like her will be able to tap in and answer some of those questions for you and get you some answers that you didn't even know how to articulate yourself. So I definitely suggest hitting her up and get the healing process started and getting the healing process over and done with, because it seems like a lot of us continue. Because the thing is, have you noticed, like, everybody is still healing, and either they're gonna say the Lord is working on me, or I'm laughing to keep from crying, or I don't see how y'all can be able to walk around sober. I gotta smoke, I gotta drink. It's like everybody is walking around masking pain. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like where are the finished projects? So go ahead and finish up your project, and so you won't be dealing with the same thing that's hurting you over and over again. I suggest you hitting her up.
Absolutely. Can I say one more thing, y'all? Because you said something really beautiful, Deasia. People, don't be afraid of what's at the heart of your onion. Like, because you got to understand, that's the shit that makes you different than anybody else. That's your gift. For every wound, there's a gift to come out of it. Okay, like, I wouldn't be able to do this if I hadn't suffered the wound being on that table, going through that process. Like, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to help people if I wouldn't have found the gold nugget in that situation. So don't be afraid to go digging. Don't be afraid. You have everything that you need to complete the process. And it's an assignment. You're going to complete this assignment, then you want to graduate, but you don't want to be doing the third grade over and over and over and over and over again. So let's get to middle school. Right.
Absolutely. And I know they tell you if you tried everything but Jesus, but I'm gonna tell you, even if you gotta skip over Jesus, go fuck with Rob Banks.
Damn, put that shit on a shirt.
We love y'all so much. We thank you all for chitting chatting with us. Y'all make sure that you go to our YouTube page. We need more subscribers. We got some big shit planned for the first 1K of y'all. We need y'all to go over to YouTube, subscribe. Don't just subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Tonight, y'all know we try to end the show every week. We try to give our underground artists some spotlight on our show. This week, two of my favorites, we gonna leave with them. Shout out Ricky the Rapper and D Forbes. Y'all niggas better tune in too. I'm like, for real. Kitty on one right about now. I'm feeling myself. This woman done healed me a little bit. And I'm talking big cash money shit to everybody. I'm 5'2.5", and I feel like I'm 6'4" around this motherfucker. I love y'all. Want you to love yourself. I am Kitty Sangs.
I am Big Sis D Asia. And Robbie, if you want to like stay on a couple of minutes after the show, we appreciate it.
Okay, I will. Thank y'all so much for having me. I appreciate y'all.
No problem, sis. You know it's love. Anytime you got something going on, you come let us know. We got you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we leaving out with Ricky and D Forbes on tonight. Oh shit, they gonna cuss me out. I forgot what this song called, but yeah. We are locked and loaded, motherfucker. Y'all have a good night.
Team player, Fortune 500 invite. In the cool media. Oh yeah.
Hey, yo, get something rolled up.
Something so elegant to it, isn't it?
Time for it. Or a glass if you like to.
What the fuck they let Forbes and Rick through? Rockin' Solar Villa, cooler sound, ignoring you. They say I'm cocky, so sending obnoxious, and of course rude. That's just your attitude when the venue can't afford you. And I ain't wanna shut them down, I was forced to. They're like, damn, Forbes, it was hot. Of course, dude, his D the chosen, spit at the cold. Let's load up these 10 shots, tell y'all niggas to hold this. I gained a new, unexplained level of focus. I'm a godsend. Niggas better act like they know this, but the questions still remain. How you deal with fuckers trying to bring damage to your name? Have you counted all the money that you managed to attain? How you stay the hottest young motherfucker in the game, steady rising? I need more. How could they breathe easy? It's fucking D Forbes.
Keys to the city. Keys to the city. You heard the background. Let's go. Vibing in the city, man. Radio, feel the cool radio.
Hey, keys to the city of keys. Rick and Forbes on the scene. Radio Villa, I mean, cooler the radio spin to the bottom I bend, to the top I rise. Dallas, Texas, the wise guy, known by many, respected by plenty. It's a motherfucking problem now. It's time to solve it. I'm gripping grain, switching lanes. I'm grinding, go get it. I'm fucking with the underground. My niggas come with it. I'm just trying to connect the dots. Fuck a bald head thought. I want money in my pot. Hustle timid with no mention words. Flipping for them digits. Fuck wishing for a ticket. Man, you better go get it. Waiting design for a player not to shine. Working overnight, working overtime. Friction to kick it like time. Junkie, we smoking on Sunday. Blowing up overseas.